Unplug the washer from the wall outlet. Turn off the water supply to the washer. There are 8 tub cover hold-down tabs that snap over the outer tub flange. Place your fingers under the flap of a hold-down tab and pull the tab out and up to disengage it from the tub flange. Repeat this process with the remaining tabs. Remove the tub cover and set it aside. Take 2 agitator hooks, part number 254P4, and place them under the agitator 180 degrees apart. Carefully lift the agitator off the drive bell and set the agitator aside. Remove the bell plug. Using a 7/16" socket, remove the bell bolt. Using a 1/2" socket, remove the screws and washers holding the wash tub to the hub. Pull the drive bell off the transmission output shaft. If the drive bell cannot be removed this way, use part number 294P4 drive bell tool. Back the bolt back out of the drive bell tool approximately 3/4 of the way. Place the tool over the drive bell, making sure the indent on the jaws line up with the wide slots on the drive bell. Thread the bolt down through the hole in the top of the drive bell until it bottoms out. Place the lip of each jaw under the bottom edge of the drive bell, ensuring that the indents on the jaws align with the wide slots of the drive bell. Tighten the wing nuts of the tool to hold the jaws firmly against the drive bell. Using an adjustable wrench, turn the large nut on the tool counterclockwise to pull the drive bell off the transmission output shaft. After the drive bell is free, turn the 1/4" bolt out of the transmission shaft. Loosen the wing nuts to remove the drive bell from the tool. Remove the upper seal from the hub by placing a flat-bladed screwdriver under the seal flange and prying it up and off the hub. Remove the large hex nut using part number 306P4 hex wrench and a hammer. Remove the splined insert. Grasp the top flange of the inner tub and lift the inner tub and balance ring assembly up from the outer tub. Remove the hub from the transmission tube. Next, you will remove the old seal. Use care when removing the seal so you do not damage the tub flange or the tub's porcelain finish. Cut the seal bead at the base of the seal with a retractable utility knife. Make 2 incisions on either side of the seal. When cutting into the steel, make sure the incisions are made below the metal housing inside the rubber. Insert a flat-bladed screwdriver into the incision. Lay down a cloth to prevent damage to the tub. Using a wrench as a pivot point, pry off the seal on both sides. remove the old lip seal from the transmission tube. Make sure all sealant and other foreign material has been removed from inside the tub. Use a putty knife, brush or lacquer thinner to remove any remaining material from around the tub lip. Once clean, you shouldn't see any sealant on the tub bottom or flange. Run the pump belt off of the spring pulley. Using a 7/16" socket, remove the screw, washer, and helix from the input shaft of the transmission assembly. Using a 5/16" socket, remove the two tub to counterweight screws. Using a 1/2" socket, remove the 6 tub to leg screws and plates. Loosen the hose clamp holding the drain hose to the pump. Remove the hose. Using a 1/2" socket, remove the 2 tub to molder mount screws and washers. Lift the weldment and counterweight assembly, as well as the drive pulley and washers, from the transmission tube. Lift the transmission out of the upper bearing assembly. Remove the bearing assembly from the outer tub. Use care when removing the old bearing assembly so that you do not damage the tub flange or the tub's porcelain finish. Thoroughly clean all foreign material from the outer tub surfaces that contact the bearing assembly. Wipe the area clean with the isopropyl alcohol cloth that is supplied in the 766 P3 seal kit. It is important that all foreign material is removed from the outer tub surfaces before installing the new bearing assembly. Place the new bearing assembly over the opening in the outer tub with the tab over the tub's positioning pin. If the transmission does not have a spacer collar assembled onto it, slide the spacer collar supplied in the 766 P3 seal kit over the transmission tube. Apply part number 27604P anti-seize compound to the area of the transmission tube that will be contacting the upper bearing and wash tub hub. Place the transmission into the upper bearing assembly. Slide the weldment and the counterweight assembly onto the transmission input tube, aligning it with the leg, motor mount, and counterweight holes. Using a 1/2-inch socket, reinstall the 2 tub-to-motor mount screws and washers. Reattach the drain hose to the drain pump. When reattaching the drain hose, be sure to attach it to the outside drain connection. Tighten the clamp. Make sure the hose clamp is positioned so that it can be accessed from the front of the machine. Using a 1/2-inch socket, reinstall the 6 tub-to-leg screws and plates. Using a 5/16-inch socket, reinstall the 2 tub-to-counterweight screws. Using a 7/16-inch socket, reinstall the screw, washer, and helix to the input shaft of the transmission assembly. While tightening the screw, be sure that the brake is released. Reinstall the pump belt to the spring pulley. Center the friction ring on the domed area of the base. Turn the outer tub module right side up.